First of all, I want to say that I loved the movie yesterday, and today I love it even more. So I'm super excited about it. I'm going to
good.
say your full name again who you're with. Sorry. Marcela Saldaña from Clear Channel Radio Chicago. ¿Crees que esta película lance de nuevo a otro nivel las películas de terror como lo hizo Scream en 1996?
Espero que sí, sin duda. Siempre hay como un reseteo y se vuelve a las bases del terror, ¿no? El terror tiende a ir siempre por la misma corriente. Se hace una buena película de terror y después se hace terror comedia, se convierte en algo muy gracioso y después se vuelve a las raíces del terror otra vez. Entonces, era un orgullo para nosotros ser los responsables de eso y traer y llevar el horror a sus raíces de nuevo, ¿no?
Ojalá sea así. Back to English. I know that you guys are very careful with certain details, filming a lot of the movie out in the woods, not so much CGI. Are there other little details that you really were careful with?
Oof, so many. I mean, we took a really good care of the story. We want to make sure that we had a story that would work for the audience even without the horror, without the gore. Actually, we wrote the story in a way that we never add any gory or scary, or horror itself until we had the complete story. We create the story like free of gore and supernatural stuff, and then once we had it, we said, okay, this is the story. Then we start adding the gore. So we had to make sure that it was a movie that even without that, it will be a good story to get out. Yeah, we're already writing a sequel, so definitely you will see that character coming back in the next one probably. And it's going to depend what it is, but it's probably going to be something that's going to surprise you. It's not going to be the same movie again. It's going to have to be something completely different from this one. Right?
Would you sign up?
I would.
During the filming process, what was your favorite scene to film? And then when you watch the movie, where you're like, oh no, I love this scene so much better.
The end sequence was really fun to film. I mean, it was really hard, but like watching the abomination come out of the ground, we actually did that, and that was pretty awesome to watch. And after I do my business with the chainsaw, the whole crew, do you remember everyone cheering? It was like one of the best feelings I've ever had. It was like a 25-second take. It was something so ridiculous. Yeah. Blood was everywhere, and the whole crew just started clapping and screaming, and it was
we
really
get the same reaction in the audience too. Like, it's great because then when people are watching the movie and that scene happened, the reaction on set was exactly the one you get on the theater.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's going to be a huge hit.
Thank you.
I loved the movie yesterday, and today, I'm more in love with it.
Oh, good.
It was awesome. Especially the possession parts. How did you guys prepare?
If you look at him, the one person who didn't have to do it.
Are you jealous of them?
Oh, God, no. God, no. We actually took a training course.
We did.
Took a little yoga training course in how to let our bodies move us like somebody was puppeteering us.
Yeah, we were well prepped for it.
Yeah, that was all Fede. He wanted us to get a good education on how to be a good zombie.
And how long did that take?
We did it. I think there was 5 weeks of filming that was just
maybe the
practical.
first 2 weeks.
Yeah, just normal stuff, and we went once a week, didn't we?
It's somewhere. It's on tape somewhere.
It is on tape. Oh,
don't
those
look for it,
tapes
please.
How about terrible. Makeup and getting all what's it called? Putting your
Yeah, it was a process. I mean, I probably had it the easiest out of everyone. I was 3.5 hours, I think, to get that prosthetic on.
Yeah. I mean, at one point it became 6 hours for me because it was just bloated hands and messed up.
By the time you get
to
set, the day's over.
Yeah, the nails through the arm, that was hard. Yeah.
Any outtakes that you were like, man, I wish that was in the movie, or anyone killed differently? Did you kill someone?
Yeah, I killed 2 people, and it's not in the movie.
What happened?
I burned her, and I cut up Elizabeth with the machine, the chainsaw.
Yeah, and you also shoot the gasoline can. And
well, that happened.
But I mean,
it didn't show you.
The end part was that I crawled up to him and was like, "Kill me, or something like that.
But the Fede told me that his favorite outtake is when we discovered Elizabeth, Natalie, cutting off her arm, and Lou decided he wanted to throw up in the scene, so he had to throw up in his mouth, and I, this is a very dramatic scene. I didn't know how to do it. Fede talked to me for a long time, how do I react to my girlfriend cutting off her arm? And so I was in a really dark place, and I'm trying to be serious, and we come around the corner, and Lou sees it and throws all the throw up on my neck.
The story's so much.
And I just stop, and I break character. I'm like, you mother Lou.
And he's
I'm
just
like, Lou.
You're like,
So he's like, I wish I could use that one because it was almost the best from the initial, but then Lou pukes on your neck, and so that's pretty good.
Props to you with the car battery at the end, and then the duct
See,
tape.
yeah, you know, I felt like that was missing. I was like, you know, I can't just bury her and bring her out and her to be alive. Let me see if I can find stuff in the shed and put it together. So I rewrote that whole scene. I thought it worked really well. I'm just joking. I had nothing to do with that. I don't even I don't even think those were my hands doing that.
What about your favorite scene that you filmed? And then when you watched it, did it change? Did you like a different scene better?
Yeah.
Well, the bathroom for me was my favorite scene to film by far. And it exceeded my expectations actually when I saw the final cut of it because I was so miserable and such a bitch during all of that to Lou that
No, come on.
Yeah, that I'm happy that it turned out the way that it did.
I agree. That I didn't get to see any of that. I never saw her head smashed. I had to react to nothing. The whole time I was doing that scene where I open it and whatever. Lou was like sitting there in his street clothes, I think.
Yeah.
And that scene was amazing. That was so messed up.
My favorite Bruce Campbell-ish montage that Fede threw in there was Shiloh being thrown against the wall in the basement, and then thrown against the wall again, and then thrown against the wall again, and then into the well. You're just like, oh my god.
Dude, listen, I'd filmed that scene already, and I thought I was leaving on like June 17th, and Sam Raimi is the one that said, no, we need him to be thrown against the walls.
It's so good.
All right, you got extra time.
Thank you. Congratulations. It's going to be a hit.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.